Guys, Will Kemp here with Lightspeed Construction. I'm here on UT campus on some student housing on a rooftop that's got a flat EPDM roof that appears to be a non-tapered. It's got some trampolining, got some issues, and definitely quite a bit of ponding water. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of things real quick, and I'll try to be quick so I don't just drag this out too much. But there are several issues, and I'll show them to you. Looks like we're getting pretty good drainage on this front corner. That immediately lets into a big puddle. As you can see, the gutters, somebody just shredded the drip edge on this to get those gutters in there, and that's bound to be causing some leaks and some problems. There's quite a bit of trampolining where the membrane is not adhered to the insulation board underneath. Over here we've got some puddles and looks like some patching under a pretty good sized puddle. About an inch and a half of water sitting there, and a drain here that's doing absolutely nothing as it is higher than the low spots of the roof. This is just a beaming example of trampolining. This has got about 1.5 to 2 inches of drop in the membrane. All of these seams are questionable. They've been caulked probably in order to reinforce, but just a lot of movement. Wind would pick this drip edge right up, and I'm afraid when wind does get under this, the fact that it's barely glued down, it's just going to fly to pieces. So it's rather swimming pool like on this end. We've got some kind of standard vent boots that mostly underwater. Looks like we may have some issues going on around these vent boots as well. Let's see. I'll just kind of keep walking you around here for a moment. So this membrane is not heat welded, it's actually a chemical weld, and in a situation where you've got any standing water, this is going to be prone to make some leaks, make a real mess of things. You can see the same on this side. The drip edge itself is beginning to turn loose, and those are surefire ways to get water in under this membrane, and that's probably where these low spots are coming from. The insulation board deteriorates when water gets on it and creates little sunken spots on it. And this is kind of the story of the whole roof up here. Here we've got some stretching and some, looks like some rotten OSB underneath. This is likely also due to a prior leak or a current leak. This drip edge is just, about to come off the building. It's really popping up. This membrane's really pulling on it. I'm gonna have to recommend probably pretty major overhaul of this roof. As far as repairability goes, there's not a lot that can be done with this, unfortunately. Say there's a good 2 or 3 inches of water that I'm walking through here. Just completely covering my shoes. Also, once again, these seams are underwater. You can't see those for the buildup, but seams are underwater and chemically welded. I'd say there are likely some pretty good leaks in this building. If not, there certainly will be. Let's move on to the lower section. Pretty much the same story down here, except for a couple of things that are just immediately concerning. One, we've got a uncovered drain that appears to be flowing, but definitely not detailed correctly. And then here we've just got a big gaping hole in the roof. Some trampolining going on around these corners as well. You can see the whole thing trampolining. It's not connected anymore. Yeah, I'd say this is due an entire complete overhaul, and that's going to be my opinion on this one. We can talk about some band-aid measures that could be taken in the meantime if we're not ready to move on that. But yeah, it's time, I believe. I know there's several units inside this building. A lot of those leaks that you're seeing around the edges are going to be coming out from under that eave rather than into the building itself, so maybe still not getting too much interior damage on this side, hopefully. Anyway, that's this roof in a nutshell. Talk to you guys next time.